Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are going to study perfect modals. And we use perfect modals to express degrees of certainty. In a way, it can be 100% or 70%. So degrees of certainty should have. I got to the station late and I missed the train. I know. You should have come earlier. This is should have plus come. Past participle, come, present, came, past, and come. This is past participle. And using past participle here, we express past advice. A had a chance to come earlier, but he didn't, and he missed the train. You were sick. Were is positive, so we use negative here. Weren't you? Yes, I was sick. So showing emphasis. You should have seen a doctor. So giving a piece of advice for the past. So seen is the past participle of see, present, saw, and seen. Using past participle, you are giving a piece of advice for the past incident. Tim was sick. Tim is he. Was sick. Wasn't he? Yes, Tim was sick. He should have seen a doctor. He should have seen, again, see, so seen, a doctor. You drove too fast. So drove is a general verb, past, so we use did and negative. Didn't you? Yes, I did drive too fast. So this is emphasis, and then we use basic form. Yes, I did drive too fast. You shouldn't have driven too fast. So this is negative advice. You shouldn't have driven too fast. So driven conjugate just like drive, drove, and driven. Sandy is the lady. Sandy drove too fast, didn't she? She, Sandy is she, so didn't she? Yes, she did drive too fast. She shouldn't have driven too fast. You ate too much. Ate, past of eat. So we use didn't you. You ate too much, didn't you? Yes, I did. And then use the basic form. Yes, I did eat too much. You shouldn't have eaten. Eat, ate, and eaten. So we use this past participle. You shouldn't have eaten too much. So negative advice for positive action. James ate too much, didn't he? Ate, James, didn't he? Yes, he did eat too much. He shouldn't have eaten too much. You failed the test, didn't you? Fail is past, so we use did, not you. Didn't you? Yes, I did. Fail the test. You should have studied harder. Study is a regular verb, study, and studied, and studied, using this past participle. James failed the test, didn't he? Yes, he did fail the test. He should have studied harder. So he didn't study, so he should have studied. Now, we're thinking about must have. Where is your wallet? Oh no, I must have lost it on the street. It shows a strong probability. I don't say I lost it on the street. If I say I lost it on the street, it's 100%. But I must have maybe 90 or 80% of certainty. So I must have lost it on the street. He is Tom, isn't he? Yes, he is. Or you can say, yes, he's Tom. Why is he crying in the rain? I'm not saying he lost his umbrella. I'm saying he must have lost. So lose, lost, and lost. Lose, lost, lost. He must have lost his umbrella. So I'm just guessing. She's Lisa, isn't she? Yes, she is. Or yes, she is Lisa. Why is she standing there? Oh, her car must have broken down. So I'm not saying her car broke down. If I say her car broke down, I know the reason, but I'm just guessing. Her car must have broke down. So break and broke and broken. So this is past participle. Tom is arrested. Is, so isn't he? Yes, he is. Emphasize he is arrested. Why is he arrested? He must have stolen the company money. I'm not saying he stole the company money. Company money. If I say this, I know what's going on 100%, but he must have stolen. So I'm just guessing. So I'm talking about the probability. Probability, but quite strong. Not 100% though. He must have stolen the company money. That's blood. That is blood, isn't it? Yes, it is blood. Why do I see blood in my steak? The chef must have mistaken your order. So, mistake, I'm sorry, mistake, and mistook, and then mistaken. Okay, the chef, I'm just guessing. It's not that the chef mistook your order, but I'm just guessing the chef must have mistaken your order. That's why you see blood in your steak. The next one is might have and may have. This shows possibility, but weaker than must have. Ted was late to work today. He might have missed the bus, or he may have missed the bus. Ted is always on time, but he's late. It's possible that he missed the bus this morning. That's why he's late. So it's talking about possibility. So when you talk about possibility, use might or may. She is Jane, isn't she? Yes, she is. Yes, she's Jane. She's upset, isn't she? Yes, she is. She may have had a fight with her husband. So have, had, and had. So may have had a fight with her husband. So we talk about the possibility. You have a stomach ache, don't you? Have. So this is just like do verb, don't you? Yes, I do have a stomach ache. After do, you use the basic form. What happened? I might have eaten spoiled food. So probability or possibility, eat, ate and eaten. So using this past participle, we're talking about the possibility that I possibly ate spoiled food. He's James, isn't he? Yes, he is. Why is he sitting outside of his house? He may have lost his house key. He's locked up. He may have lost his house key. So talking about a possibility. Lisa looks tired, doesn't she? Yes, she does look tired. So looks becomes does look. She does look tired. Why does she look tired? She might have worked all night. So this is regular verb, work, and worked, and worked. So she might have worked all night. The reason she is tired, that it's possible that she worked all night, so she is tired. Now we are talking about could have. Could have is talking about the possibility. I'm sorry for being late. I was worried. You could have called me. B had a chance to call A, but he didn't. It was possible for B to call A, but he didn't. So when you talk about such an occasion, you use could have. Okay, we have the same picture, but a little bit different conversation. You're late again. You could have called me. It was possible for you to call me, right? Couldn't you? It was possible for you to call me. You could have called me, couldn't you? No, I couldn't have called you. No, it was not possible for me to call you. What do you mean you couldn't have called me? What do you mean that it was not possible for you to call me? My boss would have called me was so stupid or just like weak person. Stupid or weak person or sometimes the off. Okay. If I had called you. If I did call you, he would have called me was. Okay. So this one could have and past participle is talking about possibility. Possibility. Look at the mess. You couldn't have done the dishes, couldn't you? You could have done the dishes. Do the dishes, you know that, right? Do the dishes. But this is a past modal, perfect modal. So you could have done the dishes, which means it was possible for you to do the dishes, right? Couldn't you? No, I couldn't have done the dishes. What? Why? Okay, I did have so many things to do. I did have, so emphatic, such as I did have, after did, you use present basic form. I did have tons of homework. I did have to attend the virtual conference. Therefore, I couldn't have done the dishes. It was not possible for me to do the dishes. You've got an F again, haven't you? So this have is auxiliary. So we use negate this and then use this in the tag. Haven't you? Sorry, Mom, I should have studied harder. I'm regretting that I didn't study harder, but the fact is that I couldn't have studied harder. It was not possible for me to study harder. You do know you should have studied harder. Okay, you know, emphasizing, you do know you should have studied harder, but what does it mean that you couldn't have studied harder? Whenever I try to study, Jane texted me to invite to play league. And then you should have told her no. So this is advice. Son, you should have told her no, which means you had to tell her no and you had to study, but you didn't do it. So this is advice for the past incident. He is Sean, isn't he? Is Sean. This is Sean. He's Sean, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's crying, isn't he? He is crying, isn't he? Yes, he is. He may have gotten bullied by his friends. So this is talking about a possibility. I don't know the real reason he's crying, but he may have gotten bullied by his friends. He could have run away, couldn't he? Possible. Why didn't he run away? He could have run away, couldn't he? His friends must have been faster than he. So this is another strong possibility. Poor Sean, he should have taken taekwondo lesson. This is advice for the past incident. He should have taken taekwondo lesson. Okay, let us do some exercise. Number 1. Sarah didn't answer the phone. Sarah didn't answer the phone. I don't know why, but it's possible that she was sleeping. She blank been sleeping. So it's possible that she might have been sleeping. Might have plus PP, past participle, be, was, and been. I blank juice at the store last night. This is something about last night. So either way, I regret, or either way, some kind of advice. I blank juice at the store last night. I should have buy. I should have bought. Buy is present and bought is past participle. So the answer is C. I should have bought juice at the store last night. Philip had a lot of homework. He blank gone to the party last night. Here, actually, it's not a perfect a question. The answer there could be two answers. Now, but he went. If we say but he went to the party, we can say he shouldn't have gone to the party. He had a lot of homework to do, but he went to the party. We can say he shouldn't have gone to the party. But that's why he didn't go. If you say that's why he didn't go, we can have another answer, which is he couldn't have gone to the party last night because of the reason. If he went, he shouldn't have gone. If he didn't go because of the homework, he couldn't have gone to the party last night. Okay, Emma did very well on her English test. Why do you think she did very well on her English test? She blank studied hard. So we can say might have. So this is advice. Must have. It's not shouldn't have. Either might have, must have. Both are possible. So we can give more credit to must have. She must have studied hard. So this is probability. So we give more credit to must have than might have. But might have, this is possible too. But C looks and sounds like a better answer. John and Michael haven't arrived at the party yet. Not yet. What happened to them? They blank have gotten lost. Okay. Is advice, so must is possible, and we cannot use negative in this case. So must is the only answer. They must have gotten lost. That's why they had not arrived at the party yet. I'm tired. I definitely blank stayed up so late last night. I am tired because of the reason that I stayed up last night. So the best answer is I shouldn't have stayed up so late last night. So it's some kind of regret. Number 7. Patty blank been at the mall last night. She was out of town visiting her mother. She was not here. So she was not here. So couldn't have, first of all, cannot have any positive. And then mustn't have is probability. So we're talking about the possibility here. So Patty couldn't have been at the mall last night because she was out of town visiting her mother. The students blank been taking a break outside. They were taking a state test. Again, this is not a great answer, a great question. There can be two possible answers. The students blanking taking a break outside. If they were, they shouldn't have. If they were taking a break, they shouldn't have. If they were not, they couldn't have. Okay? So they were taking a break during, just like even though they were taking a test, so they shouldn't have. They were not taking a break because they were taking a test, so they couldn't have. Theodore blank screamed all night. Why? Today he has a sore throat. This is the result. This is the result, so we are giving advice. Theodore shouldn't have screamed all night. Because he screamed all night, he has a sore throat. So we are giving a piece of advice about past. So A is the correct answer. Number 10. Sally blank been hungry because she didn't eat what we gave her. So she didn't eat. She didn't eat. So it cannot be mustn't or couldn't. So must or could. So this is probability. So we guess the B is the correct answer. Sally must have been hungry. She didn't eat. So must have been hungry. Sally blank been hungry. She had just eaten 2 slices of pizza. She just ate. So she cannot be. She cannot be. So possibility. So here she couldn't have been hungry. Why? Because she had she had eaten 2 slices of pizza. Number 12. He blank slept well last night. He looks tired. Now he looks tired. So we need a negative answers, right? And then mustn't have, possible, shouldn't have is advice, and couldn't have. These both are possible. These both are possible because if there were some kind of noise that's why, and then couldn't have. Just like we just talked about the fact that he didn't sleep well, mustn't have. But mustn't have looks like a better answer, but couldn't have is also possible. Okay, this is the last page for today's study. In number 13, I blank burned my finger. I blank been playing with the lighter. First of all, we don't need any negative, so we should find the answer either from B or D. So it's talking about some kind of possibility. So I could have burned my finger, so I shouldn't have been playing with the lighter. So the correct answer is D. But answer just B could be a possible answer, but stronger answer is D. I'm not sure. He blank had an argument with his wife. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. Must have, may have. So should have is not right because it's a piece of advice or regret. And mightn't this is negative. So either this one. So I'm not sure. He must have this a little bit stronger. So better. The B sounds like better, but A is also possible. I'm not sure. He may have had an argument with his wife. But this one is quite strong probability. So the best answer is B. Stuart loves his dog. He blank sold it. He loves his dog. So we need negative, right? Either couldn't have. So couldn't have is the only negative here. He couldn't have sold it. I don't know what happened to the dog, but he couldn't have sold it because we know that Stuart loves his dog. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I will come back to you with another topic as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.